I'm Niecy Nash, and you're tuned in to GospelRhythms.com, Heaven's Party here on earth.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hey, welcome to GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. I am your host for today on our Word and Entertainment, Music and Entertainment Edition, Bro Williams. Thank you for tuning in. We're coming from you live from the historic location, Westchester, Inglewood, Los Angeles area, where the space shuttle was parked on the streets and on the freeway, on the highways and the byways. So we got to give the space shuttle a shout out. Endeavor, great name. And for all of our local folks that got an opportunity, including, I believe, Ness, did you get a chance to? Yes, including Ness, got a chance to go out and get their pictures with the most recent famous visitor out here since, I guess, Obama a couple weeks ago. So space shuttle, space program, we give much love and props up to you. We have a great show. This is, as I said, is our music and entertainment edition. But before we get into what we're going to have on the show for today, we got to recap last week. As you can see, I'm flying solo today because my partner, Trisha Mann, is actually hosting and commentating on a fashion show of guests that was previously on our show a couple weeks back. Jean-Jury Couture. Jean-Jury and her daughter, the hybrid of their name, their line. They are at the Biltmore Hotel downtown Los Angeles today. I know I'm getting you out of order. I'm sorry, Ness was like, hey, where's that on here? That's not the picture. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of order, but I know you are the man. So much love. Let's give a hand clap for our engineer, Ness. Yay! So that's where my partner is today. But as I was saying that, I was going to talk about our show last week was the Word Edition, and much love to Pastor Dawn Turner Connor, who held it down. She is oversees the minister that oversees the Favor of God daily devotional call 7 days a week, and she is here every first Sunday, kicking it off, the Word Edition off, and our guest last Sunday was FCBC Faithful Central Bible Church Singles Ministry leader Stacy King, and the topic, I actually was on the show too, okay? So if you missed the show, it's definitely one for the archives and one you might want to check and just sit in on and enjoy. The title of the topic was Saved and Single, but Lord, help me be satisfied. And we talked about, is there something wrong with finding yourself single and saved, but unsatisfied with that particular state? And we had some good back and forth banter about that, and Dawn brought up a good point about, I think she quoted Thomas Edison though, to make it, but basically, maybe there's a part of being not satisfied that won't allow us to be stagnant and complacent, and will continue to motivate us to find a place of being better. If we were satisfied with walking, we wouldn't be driving, and those were some of the kind of points that were brought up, because Stacy said that, if you're not satisfied, maybe that's indication that something's wrong. So, there was a lot of good stimulating dialogue that was birthed from that show that you would probably benefit from if you're single and saved, and even if you're not. I'm sure some single and saved folks out there that are wrestling with their singleness. So that was a great show. So hopefully you'll get an opportunity to go back to last Sunday's show and check it out, the Word Edition. As I said, Trisha Mann is out holding it down at the Biltmore at an afternoon of elegance, actually. The event started, I believe, at 2, the red carpet. So we should have pictures and maybe even some video if you go to gospelrhythms.com that we'll be able to show you later on down the line, if not tomorrow, sometime this week. Or you can check us out on our Facebook page and hopefully be able to get that information to you as well. Save the date. We can't move forward without talking about our heart agenda. I believe that everyone who has a company or project should do it to the benefit of others. Our heart cause here at gospelrhythms.com is an organization, a nonprofit organization called Kids in the Spotlight. It's a busy October, I must say. Kids in the Spotlight, they're going to be holding their annual Kids in the Spotlight Film Festival on the 28th of October. That's Sunday, October 28th at the Writers Director Guild. And we definitely encourage everyone to log on to kidsinthespotlight.org to learn about not only how maybe you can come and attend and support these kids who are at-risk youth. They live in group homes, they're in a foster care system, disadvantaged youth that need the love and support of a community. It takes a village to raise our kids today, and where there's so many things pulling our kids in negative directions. If it's not the internet, it's getting caught up with electronic games or the streets. We need to rally all the more harder, especially about around those kids who may not have it economic edge or even a infrastructure in their home life that's very supportive. So this program, Kids in the Spotlight, holds a training workshop for between 8 to 10 weeks that allows and affords these kids an opportunity to participate free of charge and learn all that goes into filmmaking, from wardrobe, lighting, makeup, hair, the script writing, supervising, producing, directing, lighting, everything. And at the end of the workshop, they come together, and each of these kids and their group, they shoot film shorts. And this film festival is a culmination of celebration and acknowledgement of their efforts. So if you can please make sure that you set aside time to come out and support these kids. The tickets range from $50 a VIP, $20 if you just want to attend the film festival. And for kids 18 and under, $10. Maybe if you're in a situation where you can bless a group of kids, maybe from your kid's school, to encourage them to dream with their eyes wide open. There's nothing more stimulating and exciting to see and hear the stories from these kids themselves firsthand as they get up and share about how at the beginning of the particular program they couldn't even shake a person's hand or didn't have an idea or a clue that they were even gifted or had an interest in a particular area. So we definitely want you to look into kidsinthespotlight.org, our cause here at gospelrhythms.com, and lend your support and love and your dollars if you have that as well. We can't move forward. We have to give John McClure Jr., our site host and our other hosts on the East Coast, some love. He is a recording artist. He sings with Jonathan Nelson's Purpose. He also is a solo recording artist who is working on his album project. Currently has a single out, available on Amazon.com, CD Baby, and iTunes, entitled We Acknowledge You. So you are born to worship. We love you, and thank you for always holding it down on the East Coast for Gospel Rhythm. We look forward to having you back out here soon in Cali. Our guests for today are going to be representing this event that is also being held this month, the 18th of October through the 21st. It's called the Pan Pacific Film Festival. So we are going to be having Dave Woods. He actually was a guest in the studio some months back, but he'll be calling in because he's out. But we should shortly have some representatives from the Pan Pacific Film Festival in-house to talk about, all that's going on with the event that's coming up, and why you should, if you're interested in any aspect of filmmaking, it will be a good networking opportunity as well as a social and entertaining opportunity. The Pan Pacific Film Festival itself is a family-friendly film festival that's dedicated to promoting positive media and restoring core values of faith, hope, and love in today's society. And we definitely need more of that. With a lot of craziness, blood, gut, and gore, whether it's real news or fictitious fiction on television, we definitely support their heart agenda. And it's going to be this year, it will be the fifth one, as I said, the 19th to the 21st at the Westfield Santa Anita Mall. And there are going to be many guests, filmmakers, celebrities, musicians, and Hollywood professionals that are all going to be attending this glamorous and fun event. And you get to do great shopping, because I've seen that mall, and that mall has everything from Dave & Buster's to Forever 21. And we all know if it's one thing about Rose, she is Forever 21. Ha! Can I get an amen there? All right, well, we're going to toss the break. I'm going to come up for air, but before we do, if you have been tuning in the last week or so, you know that my church home has lost our beloved Pastor Frank Wilson, and I definitely want to pay tribute to all that he has meant in my life, because really, If it wasn't for his support, his love, his inspiration, and his words of truth that he spoke to my life personally, Gospel Rhythms, gospelrhythms.com, Gospel Rhythms Talk Live Radio would still be in the idea, wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda box. So for the man who inspired me to be able to dream again, despite my mistakes, with my eyes wide open, I just want to pay homage to him and with a word from his album, a song that is dear to me, entitled More Than Enough. Last week we played Jesus, You're the Center of My Joy, but this is something that was from his Songs of Daysprings album that I just really love, and it's More Than Enough.
Encourage yourself with this truth. He is more than enough. More than enough. Exceeding way beyond abundantly. More than enough. Yes, he is. On a cloudy day, his joy is. Hallelujah. More than enough. No matter what I'm facing, it's more than enough for me. It's bubbling up from way down deep. His joy is more than enough. I can't explain it, but it's more, much more. Lift up the eyes of your faith. Oh, more than enough for me. Remember, when you feel alone, his love is more than enough. Let go of your doubts. His love is more. Listen. Storm clouds, he rolls away. Oh yeah, for me. Surely Calvary is whatever you need. So much more than enough. That it is exceeding abundantly, more than I could ask or think, more than enough for me. So I say to myself, don't you worry, for the Lord is on my side. Seek and you will find that in his presence miracles lie. Oh yes, he's more than enough. Oh yes, he is. Does he have to prove it to you all over again that he's Lord? Yes, he's Lord. He's more than enough. He's exceeding great beyond above your wildest dreams. More than enough. More than enough for me. Jesus, he's more than enough. Let go of your doubt. He's more than enough. He's there to die. He never disappoints. He's done so much for me. Wish I could make you see. Jesus is more.
This is Girl for Sickle Cell, and sickle cell has waged a war against our community, and it's time to fight back. What is sickle cell? Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder where your red blood cells do not get enough oxygen. Over 100,000 people in the United States are affected by sickle cell.
100,000 people?
Yes.
How can we help?
Join me today in the fight against sickle cell by visiting me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter at Girl for Sickle Cell. That's GURL, the number 4, sickle cell. Again, GURL, the number 4, sickle cell.
Let's stop the war today.
Hey, Los Angeles, are you getting out to vote on Tuesday, November 6, 2012? I know I am. Hey, this is Richard Carr, General Manager for LA Talk Live, encouraging all the citizens of Los Angeles to get out and vote on Election Day 2012. As you know, this is one of the most important elections in our American history, and we need everyone in LA to register, vote, and have a voice on November 6, 2012. If you haven't registered to vote, don't even worry about it. You've got until midnight, October 22nd. And now you can even register to vote right online. That's right, if you have a signature file online with the DMV or a state-issued ID number, you can now register to vote at registertovote.ca.gov. That is registertovote.ca.gov. And be sure to tune in on Tuesday, November 6, 2012 for LA Get Out and Vote, broadcasting live all day right here at LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. We'll be broadcasting live Election Day coverage from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., keeping you tuned into Election Day news all day right here on LA Talk Live, the world's only reality radio network where it's more than just talk. Now, LA, get out there and make some change.
Welcome back to GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. I am flying solo today. Your host, Ro Williams. As I shared with you earlier, Trisha is holding it down at an event at the Biltmore, an Afternoon of Elegance, featuring one of our previous guests as she introduced her couture line, Lingerie Couture. So much love and out to you. I know Gospel Rhythms team and crew is covering that event. But we're in-house today with the very lovely Lauren Schofer, who is Director of Volunteers. Let's give it up. Yay! She is Director of Volunteers with the Pan Pacific Film Festival. And as I shared with you earlier, our guest that we had, Dave Woods, on a previous show, he was here to talk about the Resurrection Project, and through that relationship, I came to learn about the Pan Pacific Film Festival. And we're actually GospelRhythms.com is going to be out there in support of media coverage. So we had to have you come back in because guess what? The event is this week. You know, this has been a crazy month. So it is the Pan Pacific Film Festival. I know I have some artwork for you guys to take a look at the 18th to the 21st. Go get your pen and your paper because we'll give you all kind of information and support of why not only you should come out and attend, but it's a family event. So Miss Lauren, welcome.
Thank you
to the studio.
Thank you. This is so much fun. Thank you for having me.
Well, one thing I like to do before we get into the crux of the topic is I want them to get to know who you are and what makes you authority on coordinating volunteers.
Well, I just always seem to end up in these positions, whether it's in high school being the captain of the water polo team or with my husband being youth pastor at the church. I just end up in leadership roles. And so when I fell in with David with the Resurrection Project, I ended up on this project as well because he's executive producer for both. And I'm super excited. It's not just a film festival. The exciting thing about this festival is that there's so many other activities going on. There's going to be fashion shows and workshops and a pitch session, which means that, you know, you can come in and pitch your film idea or your TV idea and sit in front of a panel who will give you feedback and then help you sort of clear up your ideas and
fine-tune your pitch.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. So there's that, and there's something like 54 showings of films that were submitted to the festival. Mm-hmm. So over a 4-day period, we're showing 54 films. We have 6 LA premieres. So that means there are 6 family faith-based films that are premiering at our festival. That's huge in one weekend. Yeah.
And from what I understand, last year was it a smaller event because it seems to have grown from 2 days to 4 days.
You know, this is the first year that I've been involved, but it's the 5th annual year this year, and each year it just seems to grow. I guess the first year, like I said, I wasn't involved, so I don't really know, but the first year it was like in a church.
Wow.
And it started there, and the Lord has just blessed it. I really have seen, working with the people who have founded it and everything, I just seen that God has his hand all over it, and it's just grown. It's kind of amazing.
And I mean, when you see the real estate that they have covered, I mean, from the Dave & Buster's out in Arcadia to the AMC Theater to the other end of the mall where there's going to be a fashion show, I'm like, Jesus is really going to be in the house at this mall. It's like a takeover, and it just both to get you excited about how don't despise the day of small beginnings.
No,
you know, and it's very exciting. And one of the things I know that although we're based in California, which tends to be heavy film driven kind of industry, this is an international show. So you have submissions from all around the world in this film festival. So
I found out yesterday there's a couple people coming from Japan to join our festival, a couple people coming from, I believe, Turkey. Mm-hmm. This is amazing. Like for a festival of this size, people are coming from all over the world.
And I actually went on YouTube and Googled and I saw excerpts of shows that were created like in Kenya. So I was like, wow, you know, this is not only a great event, but culturally, you know, you get to see other cultural perspective on filmmaking, and it can not only entertain you, but as if someone that feels that their calling is to work in that genre of industry, you know, it can definitely allow you to grow and have a more rounded perspective on that art in and of itself. I
completely agree, yeah. And the other amazing thing about this festival is not only do we have people coming in right now from out of the country to the festival today, but we also have people coming in, we have this thing that we do for PPFF where we take the winners and we put them on a DVD, and then we distribute hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these DVDs to missionaries who then distribute them all across the globe. So the fun doesn't stop with the festival this weekend. We actually take the films that were made and won and then allow people to see them all over the world. So you can't, you're not, you don't just have to come to the festival to see these things. It could be somebody in Africa watching a movie that was made in Africa that came to our film festival and then was redistributed back out, and now missionaries are using it all over the world. It's kind of cool.
Yes, and if you're asking, okay, film festival, that's just for film heads. Again, this was definitely created with the heart agenda of being a family-friendly film festival that is dedicated, as I said earlier, to promoting positive media and restoring core values of faith, hope, and love in today's society, which is so neat. I mean, there's enough crap in the theaters.
Yes,
and you. It's something definitely, if you have a family, even if you don't have a family, you just get a group of friends. It's like a breath of fresh air, something and there's lots to do, like she said. They have film screening workshops that you can participate in.
Yes, there's some exciting workshops. We have professionals from the industry coming in to teach workshops and share the knowledge that they have from their industry.
Yep, and the film premieres, the VIP events.
Red carpet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so as we're whetting your palate, you might be saying, that sounds good. I'm interested. How can I attend, and what is the cost? Because something that good gotta really cost. Do I have to sell a kidney? Can you share?
Well, as the director of volunteers, I'll pitch that it's free if you volunteer for 1 8-hour period. Then you get a free VIP pass, which allows you to come back anytime during the 4 days when you're not volunteering.
Wow.
Other than that,
and how can they get in touch with you to find that out?
Definitely, I can let you know. You go to ippp.ff.com, and then you go to I believe there's like a Get Involved tab, and then you scroll down to volunteers, and then on that page you scroll all the way down and you register to volunteer, and that'll send you on a spreadsheet to me, and I'll get in contact with you and schedule you to volunteer.
Yay!
Other than that, if you don't volunteer, it's a $15 general admission, and that gets you into the screenings. If you want to get the VIP treatment, then you pay $25 for the day, and that gets you dinner at the VIP party. It gets you into any of the workshops for free. It gets you just special treatment. You get into the areas that aren't available to only the $15 pass holders.
And I love the fact that they partner with Dave and Buster's, which is a family friendly kind of environment, and they're partying. So not only can you get your learn on and your entertainment on, you can get your party on. I mean, really,
and your game on.
And your game on. And I hate to admit this, but that was my first time in a Dave Buster's.
No way. I
swear to God.
Oh man, you're deprived.
I'm saying, but for real, I that was really my first time in a Dave and Buster's. I always seen it on TV, heard people talk about it, and I was like, that's
Chuck
nothing.
E. Cheese
No, but I was
adults.
getting ready to tell you. But that was my issue. I said, that is nothing but a glorified Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, why would I want to hang out? I don't want to hang out in a Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm a kid.
Oh, man.
As a kid adult, why would I want to hang out in a glorified Chuck E. Cheese? But I don't know if all Dave and Buster's, that can be a mall in of itself. I mean, it had so many levels and so many sections, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You almost need one of those buzzer beepers to keep in touch with your friends.
It's so true. It's so true. All the staff that are working there during the
my
weekend
goodness.
are definitely going to have to operate with all walkie-talkies. Yeah.
Oh, and for those of you who really, if we're talking too fast and you may not catch the rebroadcast, or you're technically challenged and can't find it, you can go to the website, because the website has an extensive schedule from the Thursday to Sunday. And is it IPPF.com?
IPPFF.com. It stands for Pan Pacific Film Festival.
What does the I stand for?
That is a good question.
No, that should be a trivia question that you get a prize for if you could figure that out.
What's up with the I? It just gets in front of everything, like iPhone and iPad
IPPF.
and IPPFF.com.
IPPFF. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to come back in a minute. We're going to take a break, because we're going to get Mr. Woods himself is calling in. He's out there in the field. So keep it right here. When we come back, we're going to speak with one of the minds behind founding this particular wonderful film festival, Dave Woods himself. So keep it right here. We'll be right back on GospelRhythms.com. Talk Live Radio.
And I don't know what to do. set me free. You got me thinking that I could be the one. You know all I do. You read my mind. You know my life. And it's something that I've never done, but I'm willing to try. All of my might, I could be the one you need. I want you more than anything. Yeah, you got me thinking I'm the one. I can be the one. I can be the one. The one. I can be the. It's like I'm looking at the sunrise now. Everything's starting over again. Gotta break out of the shell somehow, so I can bring this past to an end. I want love, I want love. I need your love. You're all I want, you're all I need. And I know your love can set me free. You got me thinking that I could be the one. You know all I do. You read my mind. You know my life. And it's something that I've never done. Willing to try. All my might. I could be the one.
Hi, this is me, Cordelai Corte, inviting you to join me Sundays at 10 a.m. right here on LA Talk Live for our all-new show, People Are Talking. Join us as we offer you a weekly dose of fresh perspectives with in-studio guests, hot topics in the world of politics and pop culture, and the voices of everyday people impacted by the political issues coming to a ballot box near you. So don't forget to tune in to People Are Talking exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, watch us on Ustream.tv, or even catch us under the Radio Flags app under ILATK. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
My clothes ain't all fancy, and my car ain't brand new, but there is joy in my house.
Hello, I'm Joel Ramirez
And I'm Lolita Robinson Coppage, and welcome to Joy in My House
on LATalkLive.com. Inspirational radio
with a touch of recovery.
A reality show where nothing is left unsaid
And no one is insignificant who says it.
exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV.
Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Yo, this your boy Marvin Sapp, and you're watching GospelRhythms.com, Heaven's Party, right here on Earth.
Hey everybody, it's Amber Bullock, and you are listening to GospelRhythms.com, Heaven's Party here on Earth.
I was lost and all alone, confined to one thing, couldn't slay down.
Welcome back to GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. I'm in studio, Ro Williams, with the beautiful Lauren Chauffeur. I was going to say Schaefer. I said chauffeur. It's spelled with a S-C-H. Okay. Yes, and she is Director of Volunteers for the Pan Pacific Film Festival, and she has been so gracious to come in as a representative face in-house for this wonderful event in the 55th year, going to be held the 18th Thursday through the 21st of October at the Santa Anita Westfield Mall.
Right by the Santa Anita racetracks. Right in that area. Yeah.
I was out there today. Okay, I'm learning so much today.
And
I don't get out much. Well, we're back in studio to just to give you some depth and insight as to the film festival itself and why you, your family, your friends, your cousins, your aunts and uncles should all partner together and get out there to see some of the great work that's going on, possibly learn a few things, and in addition to getting entertaining, having fun, doing some great shopping and eating and partying.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Definitely.
So, Dave Woods, we are going to be bringing him in a moment while our engineer Ness hooks that up. If you weren't here when he came in studio to represent and talk about the Resurrection Project, which is a film project that he is spearheading that hopefully will be out in 2014. It's slated to be out in 2014. He is executive producer and owner of Dreadworks Productions, a media and funding company. And he is a multifaceted brother in Christ who is out to do great and big things for the Lord.
Oh,
so
yes.
we want to welcome here at GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio, Dave Woods, who is on the line.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Thank you so much for blessing us with Lauren's presence here today in studio.
Oh, good.
So,
how's it going, Ro?
It's
Trish,
good.
you guys both there, ladies?
Yeah.
We're both here.
Yeah, we are. She gave us a little insight in her role, and even the call for folks to come out there, even if they were interested in lending a hand and volunteering, and some of the great things in this fifth year, how you've grown and since the first year. But we wanted to bring you on, so you're one of the spearheading forces behind this all coming together, just to give us your added push on it as well.
Well, I think it's for me, it's exciting in a couple different areas. One, obviously, to bring the body together in unity, media people and entertainment people and tech people. So I'm excited about that. And then the whole venue itself, to be able to do this 4-day event at a major mall, the Westfield Santa Anita Mall here in California, and with the fashion shows and the workshops and the model search by AMPC and just all the movies and the documentaries that have been submitted and people flying in from all over the world to attend the festival. We're just really excited about it this year.
Yeah, we were talking about how when it initially began, it was in a church, and how in such a short time, God has just grown it to, I was just speaking with Lauren about just the amount of real estate that is going to be covered with this year's film festival, from the events that are going to be taking place in Dave & Buster's, the theater. You have events going down at the opposite end of the mall. There really is something for everyone that can be gleaned from this, whether you're just a filmmaker, aspiring filmmaker, or you just love a good story and a good film, or you're looking for a positive event to take your family to. I was just saying there's enough junk out there in the media, on film, and television, that this is a great opportunity to just bring everyone together and go out and have a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's actually become probably the largest family faith film festival in quite a short time. We plan to have over 120,000 people on site throughout the 4 days, through the mall and people, and so we're just excited to be exposing that many people to God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus, and really this new genre of family faith film that's starting to really position itself well in Hollywood and other places.
Now tell us about the host for this event.
Well, there's a couple hosts. Obviously, Ken On, who's the owner of this, and myself. But really, we're really glad this year to have Mr. Ron Kardashian. And yes, folks, there is a Kardashian that actually loves Jesus and really on fire for the Lord. And so we've got Ron going to be coming, and he brings a certain class and a certain personality, and definitely the Holy Spirit into a building every time he shows up.
And man, he's just such a cool guy. I have to say, I got to meet him for the first time recently, and seeing him in person is just like the coolest thing. We walked away and my husband was like, it's really rare when you meet a guy that awesome, And so it'll be really cool if you come out to the festival. You'll get to see him in action at our festival.
And I love the fact that you make it price-wise very accessible, especially in a time where people are saying, "Oh, it sounds so high-end and so pricey. I can't afford to take the family." But that's so not the case with this film festival.
Not at all.
We really tried to make this affordable. We know everybody's having tough times, and the United States is having some challenges financially, everybody. And so we really wanted to make sure that everybody could be exposed to this. There's actually quite a few of the events are free like the chalk drawing and the art festival and the model search. So if anybody's ever wanted to break into the industry as an actor, model, dancer, singer, we're having a 2-day search going on Friday, Saturday. There's fashion shows and workshops, and so some of the stuff is free, some of it's like $10 a ticket, and then obviously VIPs, $25 each day.
Well, you know, this being California, Hollywood, land of film and television, Lauren mentioned that you are having a pitch session type workshop, and as a film producer yourself, what would you say to encourage listeners out there that, you know, maybe on the fence about thinking that it's the real deal, coming out there to maybe sit before a panel of experts to maybe pitch their idea, or they're a little apprehensive about maybe doing that? What would you say to them?
Well, I think that's wrong. I've been in the industry for 30 years, and it's really only been the last 10, 12 years that I've really started to see a movement of God at the level that we are, where there's a family faith genre coming through. And so, you know, we've literally got kind of the who's who of the family faith industry, whether it's directors, writers, producers, ministry leaders, all coming together. So to be able to, you know, as a young filmmaker or as a young actor or as a young singer, to be able to come and meet these people and maybe be able to drop off a headshot or drop off a treatment or drop off a script and actually get connected at this level is very unique and a very golden opportunity for a lot of people.
Rare opportunity.
So they definitely should take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Because I know you're out there really busy and on the grind in preparation for the film festival this week.
Well, I know for me, you know, I'm just excited because we're going to have you ladies joining us live and doing interviews there. So I'm just excited for our partnership with you guys, and I love all the work that you and Bro, you and Tish are doing there. And so we just love you, and I'm excited to be hanging out with you guys next week.
Yes, I was sharing with Lauren and our listeners that you know, through the relationship when you came in earlier this year to talk about the Resurrection Project, how, you know, that relationship, and it just goes to both the importance of just, you know, not being, you know, getting out your comfort zone, getting out there networking. I mean, it's God. You just never know who God is going to bring into your life, across your path, and how, I mean, you have been a tremendous blessing to my life and this vision, the Gospel Rhythms itself. And you know, and again, with Lauren sharing the story about how, you know, how the film festival began and in the season that you're in, it's just amazing that when God has his hand on something, woo, watch out.
Oh man. There's no stopping it.
There's no stopping God. So I want to thank you, Mr. Wood. Are you still there? Or did we lose you?
I am. I'm still with you.
Yay. Well, we thank you. I guess we'll still be holding it down with Lauren in studio, and we'll look to see you on the 21st. I mean, on the 18th.
Thank you.
The 18th.
And the 21st.
And through the 21st.
And the days in between.
All right, ladies, have a great time. Love you guys.
Love you
Thanks,
too.
Lauren.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, Trisha. Thanks, Bill.
Bye. Yay! Oh man, I just some of the film projects I just can't wait to see.
Oh, I'm so excited. And if I can say something real quick too about AMTC, which was the model search David was just talking about. They're an amazing company. I actually went to Florida with them, and about a year ago. So I was a part of a model search that they did in Anaheim, and that's what they're coming to do at our film festival. And I'm not your typical model, but I'm an actor, and so they picked me up for their acting competitions and so on. And so again, it's we're calling it a model search, but if you're an actor, a singer, a dancer, come out. And
now, how does it work? So say if I'm a dancer and I hear you making the call and I come out, and you know, who do I look for? Is it going to be?
It'll be out on the promenade in the Westfield Mall on, I believe, Friday and Saturday, but double check on the internet with the schedule on the internet on that one for me. But they will be out there for a good 5 hours auditioning people non-stop. So if you're a singer, come with a song. If you're an actor, come with a monologue. If you're a dancer, come with a short routine and some music. And
So is this going to be like American Idol where everybody's lined up?
Yeah, you'll be able to watch the auditions.
There won't be a Simon Cowell there.
No, except the judges are super nice and they're all Christian. It's a Christian company, and their whole goal is to grab artists from, California, from all over the world, actually. When I went to competition in Florida, there were people from South Africa there. So they actually do this worldwide. And you come, you audition, and then if you get a call back, you get called back the next day, and you'll come back to the Westfield Mall again to our festival to do your callback. And if you want to join them, all you have to do is get yourself to Florida, and you pay a tuition fee. But that tuition fee is super cheap in comparison to what they offer you. They give you training. They help package you, basically. They give you headshots, and they help you decide on your monologue choices, and you end up in these showcases. And what they do is they fly out the top producers, managers, talent agents from all over the world, from the biggest agencies, and you are there in Florida doing these showcases in front of the biggest agencies, and there's no other opportunity like it. It's really amazing, and it's really awesome that we're able to partner with them and that they're going to be at our festival. So it's a really great opportunity to come out and audition.
So in addition to auditioning talent, are they also in charge of the fashion show with their models on the runway, or is that a different?
That is completely different. In fact, I'm actually one of the models modeling. That'll be my first runway experience. Yay! But what's going on there is we have a couple different designers that have designed dresses for 2 different fashion shows, and it'll be 2 fashion shows a day, one from each designer on Friday and Saturday. And we have about 10 to 12 models who will be showing off some dresses. And one of the designers has a really great Christian concept, and I hope you can come see it. I don't want to give it away, but it's really amazing, and you should come see the fashion shows.
Now, for those of our listeners who aren't California based, they're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to come. Is any of this going to be on a particular site, like the images from maybe video from the fashion show, or I'd like to look out for our folks in Jamaica or Kenya or
Well, actually, that's part of definitely. I believe a magazine called Sonoma Christian Home Magazine is going to be there, and I'm part of the camera crew that's actually going to be going around and covering the festival for the 4 days, so that this magazine can put footage up on their website. Okay. I believe. So actually, Sonoma Christian Home is the name of that thing.
All right, I need to make a note of that myself.
Yeah.
And now, how did you hear about even? Because it was through David that he introduced me to the agency, the Christian
AMTC,
Model Agency.
Yeah, it was. I heard about that on a Christian radio show like this one. It was The Fish, and they were doing radio announcements. So I really see how radio can change your life.
Yeah. So are you in this book?
I am not in this one. This one, what year is that? No.
This is 2012.
Yeah, this would be from winter 2012. So I went in 2011, last January. Yeah. So I would be in last year's book.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can see, that for those of you watching, there are headshots in this book, and these are all the professional headshots that they provide you when you join with them. Yeah. They're really professional. In fact, the headshot photographer that did mine is Glennis Arbin, and she's done like Ford models and stuff, and I just felt like so awesome taking
all this
headshots
takes
with
place
her.
in Florida.
Yes, you have to get yourself to Florida. And I asked him too. I was like, so why Florida? Why not LA or New York, where the big businesses are? And they just have a really great deal with the hotel there and stuff. So.
Okay, so it's like almost a conference type
It is.
setting.
It's
so
a
they're not based
huge
there.
conference.
They just
No.
everybody goes there.
No, in fact, I think they're based in Georgia is where they're based at. But.
And how long is the workshop? Is it a week long event that you attend?
Yes, it's a week long. long, and you can have up to like 3 showcases a day. You know what I mean? So you're in and out of competitions and workshops. The workshops are amazing and so informational and inspiring. And
now the competitions, is it just you're competing to win, or you're competing to?
Okay, well that's the thing, is they call it a competition. In fact, I think they've even shied away from that and changed the name a little bit to Shine or Showcases, because they do give winners of different categories. They do give awards and so on, but really that's not the focus. You just want to go out there and do your best. And even if somebody else ends up winning your category or a certain competition that you are also in, that doesn't mean they're going to get the call back to sign with an agent. You might. So, it's great to win. And I was good friends with a couple of the people that won some major categories, but the whole point is to go and to make connections that are going to change your career, so
are you still pursuing? I know you're the wife of a youth pastor, well, some people are like, okay, but are you still pursuing your
Yeah, well, it was actually because I went to AMTC that I received an email that got me in contact with David Wood in the first place. So AMT set me up, and I went and did their competitions, and then I came home, and I was very busy with school because I was a theater major. But then I got this email about an opportunity to volunteer as an MC or host at the Pan Pacific Film Festival.
Wow.
And so, and it was an email through AMTC. So David Wood had gotten in contact with AMTC and needed Christian people to be at this film festival, and they blasted out all their people in the Anaheim, LA area.
That's great.
And so, I mean, it's connections that'll last forever when you work with AMTC. I mean, it may seem like a bunch of money to lay down, but it's going to pay off if you really want to pursue acting or
so that even
like that.
though you're not in this particular you the previous book, but they still
right,
you're
right.
not, you don't fall through
they do
you don't get shelved.
Exactly. They do competitions twice a year, one in the winter and one in the summer. And so the one you'd be auditioning for, well, you could actually choose. You could go to the one this coming summer, but the closest one you could possibly go to is the one this winter in January. So.
Okay. Well, wow. So just to give you a taste that some of the this particular film festival just has so much for everyone, so if you're not into filmmaking but you're into the theater aspect of it or the music aspect of it, I believe they're even going to have live performances,
live artists. So they're going to have live singers out on the stages. The live artwork is going to be amazing. There's a couple, Janet Hune is one of them, and you can go online and Google her paintings. They're amazing and they're beautiful, and they're kind of prophetic,
Wow.
and they're just, I have this image in my head right now of this lion who's has he's made of fire, this fiery lion, and the fire is coming down into a city and lighting the city on fire. And it gives me chills just to think about it. But she paints these beautiful paintings, and she'll be there painting live with a team of artists that'll be doing chalk drawings and paintings. And so if you're an artist, that would be a really cool thing to come see.
And even if so you're artists as far as theater or artists as far as you literally draw, or even designing clothes. I mean, this has something for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Now, definitely. Genre of music. Do you know the kind of music, live performance-wise, that they can expect to hear?
We will not be doing full bands. We're just showcasing certain artists with their singing ability. So they will either be singing with a soundtrack or their own guitar or something like that. So we have, I know, one of our singers is Noelle, and she's got a bit of a pop voice. It's beautiful. And we got a couple others. We've got a keyboardist coming to do a little bit of singing and keyboarding. And we've even got a little dance crew coming in, I guess, to do a little dance performance for us. It's jam-packed. We are going to be nonstop for the 4 days with fun.
And so for those of you who are just tuning in on the tail end of our show that may be wondering, what are you talking about? I'm in-house with Lauren Schofer, and we're talking about the Pan Pacific Film Festival that's going to be held this Thursday, October 18th through the 21st at the Santa Anita Westfield Mall. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity for everyone to get together. It is a family-friendly film festival dedicated to promoting positive media and restoring core values of faith, hope, and love in today's society.
Yes.
It's a great opportunity to get together, because if you missed it, man, they're going to have something for everyone. The real estate that they're taking over at this mall, from the Dave and Buster's and all the activities that will be going on there, from the workshops to the VIP events to the award ceremonies to the parties to the AMC Theater, which will be premiering not only several national, international films, faith-based community, but also just featuring the films from the film festival submissions as well. We have artwork also taking place down at the extreme opposite end of this mall. If you've never been, it's a great place where you can not only do some great shopping, but on this spread of days, you can do some great entertaining. So we have a couple of designers debuting or premiering, or at least at this event, their line of clothing. You definitely want to tune in and take advantage of that if you're able to, as well as something like a Get Discovered competition, or
model search,
model search, acting search, singing search, vocal, whatever your gifting is in any genre of the industry. This will be a great opportunity to come out, rub elbows, do some networking. And as our director of the volunteers for the Pan Pacific Film Festival said, if you want to, if your money is tight and you want to get a couple of days and you do an 8-hour tour volunteering, and you get blessed with a pass that will afford you an opportunity to sit in on some of the paid events. But it is very price friendly, price affordable. And if they need to contact you again, or to find out more information about whether it be volunteering or this event, where can they go?
That's IPPFF.com, and if you'd like to volunteer, you just find the volunteer link on that page. It's under Get Involved, and then register. Or you can email me at lauren@panpacificfilm.com, and I'll get you plugged in and involved. There's so many opportunities to volunteer. You could help on the red carpet. You could be a VIP tour guide and help the VIPs get to where they need to go. You could sit at registration and sell tickets. You could usher people into the films and help them get situated and seated and hand out programs. There's so many great opportunities, so many things you could do, and it'll just be a blast. This is not your average volunteering opportunity.
Not only it'll be a blast, but it'll be a blessing. I mean, an opportunity to serve, and as a byproduct, you get blessed. But trust me, the bigger blessing will come out of you serving and being a blessing.
Definitely.
And out of that, man, God, the sky's the limit. So.
Oh yeah, amen.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
This has been wonderful. Film screening, workshops, film premieres, VIP events, award ceremonies, outdoor festivals, red carpet events, exhibitors, model searches,
music, comedians.
I mean, you name it, it's going to be there. Ron Kardashian.
Oh, man. A Kardashian.
David Woods.
David Woods.
You.
Me.
Gospel Rhythms will be in the house as well. So we want to thank you. Again, you can check out the schedule of all the events. Well, maybe not all. I'm sure they have some surprises that'll be popping up at the event, but you can go to IPPF.com to take a look at the schedule for each day as well. Again, we send out love to Trisha Mann, who is at the Biltmore Hotel, holding it down at the Jean Jarry and Afternoon of Elegance. And to you, our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we love God. So we look forward to you tuning in next week. Make sure you tweet a friend and bring them back in. Until next week, I'm Ro Williams with my beautiful guest, Lauren, representing the Pan Pacific Film Festival. Again, the 18th through the 20th of October. See you next week, Ness. You're going to take us home.
You are now tuned into LA Talk Live, where more than just talk, Don't go anywhere.